What's up, Niner Empire? This your boy Mailman7. I'm here to talk about the 2010 NFL Draft. Of course, 49ers had two first round picks. With the first pick, they picked Anthony Davis from Rutgers, offensive tackle. I love this pick. They moved up two slots from 13 to 11 to get him. Even though I was kind of thinking, well, why did they move up two slots from 13 to 11 to get him? You still had another tackle out there to get Brian Balaga, but obviously they saw something in Davis they really, really like, and I love the pick. They say that he's got long arms. He can pass protect well. He only gave up two sacks last year, and that was only against Cincinnati, so he didn't give up any more sacks against anybody else. Uh, they say that he's maybe a bit lazy, or he's had a weight issue or something like that. But nothing Mike Singletary can't fix, so I'm really not worried about it. With the 17th pick in the first round, 49ers draft Mikey Potty from Idaho. This guy's a mammoth, massive beast. I mean, and he could run block. He could take it to you. His run blocking style kind of reminds me of Larry Allen, who used to play for the Cowboys. And he could really smash you. I'm loving him. They say that only thing about him, the negatives were he's more of a grabber. He might get called for holding, and he's kind of raw on his pass blocking. Round two, we get Taylor fucking motherfucking D-Man Mays. Yes, I love this pick, and I know it's a lot of guys out there that have been giving Taylor Mays a lot of shit, man, saying that he's bad in pass coverage and he can't do this and that, man. And I look at it like this, man. Taylor Mays is 6'3", 6'4", 230, 235, and he ran the second fastest time at the combine behind Jacoby Ford. He was timed at, unofficially, Taylor Mays was timed at a 4.24. He's got the range and the playmaking ability. And the one thing I like about Taylor Mays, he's always around the ball. At least he's around the ball. You know, we had Michael Lewis and we had Mark Roman. And Mark Roman sucked. And Michael Lewis is good and run stopping and helping in the box, but when it comes to range and you know trying to prevent the big play, he struggled. And I think this is something Taylor Mays can do because at least he's around the ball to make the play. Despite the shit that people give him. And I know he's a hard hitter. He's aggressive. Um, but I think this was a good pick, man. Taylor Mays, I think, is going to fit excellent in our scheme. Third round, we got Navarro Brown, Penn State linebacker. I really like this pick. I think that he can come in and he can fill in the spot for Takeo Spikes. When he leaves, I hope we can coach him up and get him in that spot, man, because the times that Takeo missed, especially against Green Bay, man, Ryan Grant ate us up on the ground, and um, Matt Wilhelm, man, and those guys, Scott McKillop, they're still developing. I'm not really too much sold on them, man. You know, they're okay, but I mean, I'm not really feeling those guys, and I hope that we can get a better playmaker, and I hope that this guy could be him. Um, we had 49ers had six, three six-round picks. Anthony Dixon from Mississippi State. My thing is, I like the fact that we went and got a running back, but I did not like the fact that we went and got Anthony Dixon. Um, he's okay. He runs hard. He runs tough. He's solid, but the thing about him, he's a bit slow. There was concerns about him. He's good at catching the ball, but I think the thing about him, man, is I look at his progression, and if you go back and you look at his stats and you look at his progression, and you just and you watched him like as much as they showed SEC football in the South, you know, I was really not feeling him way too much. But I guess we got what we got. Um, Another six-round pick, Nate Byam from Pittsburgh. They say this guy's a good run blocker. He likes to smash some people, and that's what we need, a good tight end that can run block, man. Not saying that Vernon Davis isn't a good blocker, which he is, a great blocker. But I like to see us get another tight end that could, have us two tight end sets that can go out there and we could just smash the football down people's mouth. And I thought that was a good pickup. Another six-round pick, the last six-round pick we got, was wide receiver from Arizona State, Kyle Williams. Um, the thing I like about him is he's got speed. He's a return man. So in case Ted Ginn gets hurt, hey, we got another return man out there that can return the football, and I think that's key. And he can compete with Jason Hill, for that fourth slot, at wideout. So I like that. Um, our very last pick was Philip Adams from South Carolina State. They say that he's a raw guy. He's a raw corner. Um, he kind of struggles in zone coverage. He's good at man to man, but I think that we can get this guy in. I like the pick at cornerback. I'm loving the cornerback getting picked. I hope that we can get him up, coach him up good. Hope that he can fit into our scheme, and we'll see what happens with him. Hopefully he won't be like sorry ass Mike Adams that we had. So we'll see. Two free agents that we signed that I'm really really loving. LeGarrette fucking Blunt, yes, and Jared Brown. LeGarrette Blunt from Oregon, running back from Oregon, and Jared Brown, quarterback from West Virginia. If you don't know who LeGarrette Blunt is, he was the guy who punched the Boise State guy in the first game of the season, and they suspended him from the team, and he came back strong. He had a strong showing at the Senior Bowl. And I'm loving LeGarrette Blunt, man. He reminds me of a bigger version of Frank Gore. And they said that he kind of failed maybe because of that issue. And, at the combine, he really didn't run a fast 40. But, man, if you look at the highlights and you look at the film on this guy, man, he can run. And he can run when he gets that ball. He can hit the hole. He hits it hard. He's a hard runner. And he's got decent speed to get away from people. And I like him. Jared Brown, quarterback from West Virginia. I'm really loving this pick because, man, I've been waiting on the 49ers to kind of try to mix it up and maybe get a player that can run the Wildcat. And I know we tried to experiment on it just a tad, and that's all we need to do. It's just run a little bit, not much. But we tried it with Spurlock one game. It really didn't work that well. I'm loving Jared Brown, man. I know we still have Nate Davis, and we signed, whatchamacallum, sorry ass fucking David Gokart. We'll see what he does. I don't know. But I'm liking Jared Brown. I think he could develop into something special. If we could just use him in some Wildcat here and there. Um, but that's pretty much it. Also, all my thoughts on the draft. I thought that we did well. I give the 49ers a minus. I thought we drafted well, man. I'm really loving our first three picks. Anthony Davis, Upati, Taylor Mays. I'm loving those. And I thought that we did well in free agency, picking up those guys, LeGarrette Blunt, and Jared Brown. So that's my thoughts on the Niner Empire, and I'm out. Holla at y'all later. Get at me.